Hello, everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we will continue to talk about my best gay friend's gay fucking wedding. All right, because that's what this is, dude. It's a fucking gay movie, man. It's one step below fucking Bros. Came out last year, all right? Okay, well, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding, all right? I'm going to need my fucking caffeine for this shit. Let me tell you something. It's really hard to review these fucking movies, all right, when you don't want to. But I chose this movie because I have a personal connection to it. Okay, a woman that I was very close to. I'm still close to her, just not as close as we were, back in the day, all right? Back when this movie came out, all right? Well, it wasn't quite that long, but I had a military romance, you could say. Yes. I was in the Marines, and I met a woman on base. I was far away I wasn't even on my home base. I was actually, I was stationed in North Carolina at Camp Lejeune, but I was actually at 29 Palms in California, and that's in the middle of the Mojave Desert, okay? Fucking far away. It's fucking hot as balls, man. We're talking like 110 degrees every fucking day. Okay, no shade, sunlight, no vegetation. It's fucking sand, rocks, and dirt and shit everywhere. And in this oasis of suck, I happened to meet a girl. Yes, I did. I met a girl at the gym, and she was, well, I mean, she wasn't a girl. She was a fucking woman, man. And she was like, what, 20 years old, I think, and I was 22. I don't fucking know, something like that. All right, and and we hit it off, and we had a little whirlwind romance out in the desert. I remember I snuck off base, snuck off base and went to Palm Springs and stuff. And we actually, we went to her house. She lived on base. Well, yeah, okay, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. Okay, she was fucking married, all right, but her husband was deployed somewhere, all right. Okay, I'm not a perfect human being, all right. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. Okay. So before you start fucking writing your comments about how I'm a fucking homewrecker and shit and all that stuff, okay, listen, I was young, she was young, okay? I'm not saying what I did was right, okay? But, I was lonely, okay? I was lonely, I was on a fucking base, okay? Where it was 99.99% fucking men, okay? And what the fuck, man, okay? I'm a human being, I have feelings, okay? I have urges, I have desires, all right? And she was a fucking super attractive fucking woman, man. Oh my God. I mean, she still looks incredible today. Okay, and this is some fucking, this is some 5 years later, okay? And she still looks fucking incredible. I'm still friends with her on Facebook, for Christ's sake. I was at her fucking wedding, her second wedding, okay? Obviously, it wasn't because of me. She didn't get divorced because of me. She got divorced for other reasons, right? But I don't think he even found out about me, honestly. No, she's still a close friend of mine today, to this day. Okay, but when we met each other and stuff, it was a whirlwind romance, and I remember I took a creative writing course in college, and I actually wrote a short story about us. I did. I turned it in, and I think I got an A on it. Okay, I know one person hated it, but fuck you. All right, but I liked it. Okay, and I was crazy about this girl, and we did a lot of things together. And her favorite movie was My Best Friend's Wedding. No fucking duh, right? And so, of course, she made me watch it at her house, okay? I think we watched it twice. And like I said, this is in the middle of the desert. This is on a military base in the middle of fucking Mojave Desert, okay? There ain't nothing there, okay? Except this military base, all right? So, she made me watch it, okay? Well, I enjoyed it. I watched, but she didn't know I already watched it. I saw it when it first came out. On my military base, on a different military base. I was stationed in North Carolina, and they had a free base theater there. Okay, now they didn't show anything that was that new. Okay, back in the old days, they used to have a thing called a dollar theater. For those of you old enough, you remember that. Okay, now whenever a movie would come out, once it slowed down at the box office, once it'd been out for a few weeks or something, or a month or two, then it would go to the dollar theater. Okay, where you could watch it for $1 because the movies were even spoiled. Most people have already seen it, but you watch it for $1. Then after that, then it goes to fucking DVD or fucking VHS. Okay, at the Blockbuster. Okay, that's how old I am. All right, and if you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so at the base theater it was kind of like a dollar theater, but you didn't have to pay $1. You just had to buy the concessions. Okay. because I was a Marine, so I got to watch the movies for free. So whatever the fuck they were showing, I watched it. Okay, they showed a lot of action movies too. Okay, but they showed chick flicks, and I was bored, man. I was lonely. I was broke. I had no car. Okay, what the fuck was I gonna do? You know, so I just walked to the base theater on the weekends, and I would just sit there, and whatever they're showing, that's what I'm watching. Okay, I saw a lot of chick flicks that way, and this was one of them. So I'd already seen the movie. Mostly, it made me nostalgic for Chicago. I am from Chicago, so I knew where everything was in the movie. I knew all the locations they went to, all the restaurants, all the architecture. I knew exactly where they were, so it made me homesick for Chicago, but it didn't make me like love the movie or nothing. Okay, and then I meet this girl. I'm not gonna say her name. Then I meet this girl. Okay, and she's playing the movie for me at her house, and we're watching it. Okay, and then now I started associating the movie with her. Okay, we had a whirlwind romance, and even after I had to go back, I was only there to do a combat exercise, a training exercise. And then when I left, okay, I said goodbye to her. I'll always think of you, this and that. Yeah, something like that. I'll see shit. Now I'm getting emotional thinking about it, right? But that's what it was. And then sure enough, 1 year later, I got sent there again to do because we used to do the training exercise every year. It's called a CAX, a Combined Arms Combat Training Exercise, because of 29 Palms. Okay, so I was there and I left, and then 1 year later, I had to go back there. Okay, to do another training exercise. Again, like I said, we did it every year. Okay, and of course, there she was. Okay, and of course, we connected again, and all that stuff. So it was like weird, I know, weird, right? But it is what it is, and that's what happened. That's why I'll always associate this movie with her. So anyway, fast forward a few years, okay, and September 11th has already happened. Okay, so I'm back in. I'm doing all my paperwork. I'm getting every, because I got to go back in. All right, I got fucking. They called me up. The contract I signed was for fucking 8 years. It wasn't for 4 years. So here it is. The fucking towers went down, and I got to fucking sign up. I got to go back again. I got to check into my duty station. Okay, I got to drop out of school, go on temporary leave of absence. I had to do the same thing with my job. I had to set up everything, right? And during that time, she had gotten divorced. And she was kind of depressed about it. She moved back home to Iowa, okay, and she really didn't know what she wanted to do with her life now. And so I invited her, hey, why don't you come? I'm not leaving just yet. Why don't you come to Chicago? Come to Chicago. I'll show you around. And so she did. So she came to Chicago to visit moi. She'd never been to Chicago before. And I showed her around, if you know what I mean. Okay, sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Some hometown loving. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'm human. Anyway, so I showed her around, and I made it a point, when I knew she was coming, I made it a point to go to every location that was in this movie. Okay, we went to the Drake Hotel. I made sure that we got tickets to the fucking ferry to go underneath the bridge in the Chicago River. Okay, I even got her I even made a reservation at my job, the restaurant that I worked at, the one where I met Dionne Warwick. Yeah. So my best friend who was waiting, he was our waiter. I worked in a fine dining restaurant. I couldn't afford to go there. Oh man, unless I worked there, I got the fucking employee discount. Hey, it was a fine dining restaurant, okay? And I got to show her off to me because she's a gorgeous woman. Oh my God. Drop dead fucking gorgeous. Imagine Lily Sabowski. You probably don't remember her, okay? Look her up. She was a thing like back in the 90s and the early 2000s. She retired from acting. But imagine her, but with much bigger tits. That's the perfect description for this girl, all right? Anyway, so of course I wanted to show her off and stuff, and I did. Okay, but I took her around Chicago. We went to all these different places. We didn't go to White Sox. We didn't go to Comiskey Park or US Cellular Field. Okay, although they would win the World Series like in 2 years. But a year later they would win the World Series. But we didn't go there because but I did take her to Wrigleyville and stuff. Went to the Bar Louie over there and that kind of thing. So we had a lot of fun. Museum, okay, the Water Tower place. We did a lot. Okay, and it made me think about her. Okay, and I made it a point to make her feel good. All right, and this was her favorite movie, so I made it a point to show her around Chicago, and I made it a point to do all the things that were in this movie. We went to a karaoke bar. Okay, we sat on the steps of the fucking the Blue Line train. Okay, eating gyros, because there was a scene in the movie where they did that. They were eating hot dogs in the movie. Okay, so we did all that stuff, okay? And we had a great time, okay? And I really missed her. It was good. It was good for me to see her, because I knew that fucking, where I was going, there weren't going to be any pretty girls. All right, so it felt really good to see her again, to reconnect with her. Okay, and like I said, we're still friends. We're still friends, and she's still not as important part of my life anymore. But I check up on her every once in a while. I told her actually, I actually talked to her. I sent her a message on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna review the movie, because she knows I got a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna review the movie, and I'm gonna talk about you, because I can't review this movie without talking about you. But don't worry, I'm not gonna say your name. I'm not gonna do none of that stuff. So I'm not gonna out you or nothing like that, and so I'm not going to. Okay, but she gave me her blessing. She laughed about, oh my God, we were so young. Like, yeah, we were young. We were young. Young people do things like this. Okay. All right. Anyway, but no young people were involved in the making of this fucking piece of shit movie, because a lot of gay people were involved, though. A lot of gay people were involved. Okay. Yeah, no young people were involved in this movie. Okay. This movie, like I said, it's dog shit for the most part. The only saving grace this movie has is the actor Rupert Everett, who plays George Downs. He's the gay best friend. Oh my God, how's that an idea for a fucking chick flick rom-com? Have the girl's best friend be gay. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fucking what's Will and Grace. That's every fucking goddamn sitcom. All right, it's a cliche. It's a fucking cliche. She's either got a gay best friend or she got an unattractive, horny best friend. Okay, I'm talking like the Molly Shannon. Okay, Catherine Hahn. Okay, I mean that fucking. You don't know who Catherine Hahn is? Okay, she's the bitch from fucking. It was Agatha all along from WandaVision. Okay, that bitch. Okay, she has made an entire fucking career of playing the unattractive, horny best friend in every goddamn fucking rom-com for the past fucking 20 years. Okay, that's like her thing. Okay, and that's all she fucking plays. All right, so anyway, moving right along, this movie's no different. Instead of the unattractive best friend, you got the gay guy. Okay, whatever does not appeal to straight men, that's going to be her best friend. All right, that's the rule of thumb. Okay, moving right along. Now, where we left off last time, there was that whole goddamn abortion of a scene where they all fucking sang Dionne Warwick, Save a Little Prayer for You, in the fucking restaurant, the fake restaurant called Barry the Cudas, which doesn't exist in real life. I know, I looked. Okay, I did find a similar restaurant to take the girl to, though. Okay, so anyway, all right, so that happened. Okay, it was gay as fuck. Even the supposed straight people turned out they were gay too. Okay, and it wasn't just them. It was a whole fucking restaurant. Okay, even the waiter jumped on the piano, because yeah, they had a piano there. Okay, to play the fucking melody to the song, so that it would be in tempo, and everybody could, the lyrics could be in the correct places. Okay, yeah, the whole restaurant fucking sang to it, and they all jerked off and fingered themselves when it was over. All right, so yeah, that really happened, and I've been to many restaurants in Chicago. That happens all the fucking time, so it's nothing unusual about that. All right, so that happens. Okay, the next scene that we have here after that fucking gay scene. Okay, it's supposed to be a heterosexual rom-com, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, they're at the airport. They're at O'Hare. They're at O'Hare Airport, and George tells Jules there. He's walking her back like he's leaving now. He came here to help her out. Okay, to give her some kind of confidence boost. Okay, to get her to fucking just confess her feelings, because she needed her real best friend who's gay, not this fucking heterosexual. Jules, you're offered me Jules. That motherfucker with the scar right here. No, her real best friend is a fucking gay guy, okay? Because her heterosexual best friend, the one that fell in love with another girl, a billionaire, and is getting married, and she knew nothing about this fucking shit, and he knew nothing about her fucking career, or that she was on a book tour, or anything, or who she's fucking right now. He knew nothing about it, and she knew nothing about him, but somehow we're supposed to believe they're fucking best friends, because they spent a fucking weekend in fucking, in Arizona or some shit when they were undergraduates at Brown University. Get the fuck out of here, okay? So anyway, she realizes now that she's in love with him, so she's gonna try to fuck up his wedding. They're getting married like in days. in a couple of days, and she of course did not know about it. Okay, well now she's lost hope in sabotaging the wedding because everything she tries doesn't work. They still love each other, they still want to get married. So she asks for emotional support from her gay friend. He flies over there right away, tells her, hey, tell her how you feel, tell me he needs to choose. Well, she doesn't do that. Instead, she comes up with this bullshit story that her and the gay guy are fucking in love and they're in a relationship and they're engaged as well. Okay, which kind of throws Michael off because even though he never met George, he always assumed George was gay because of the way that Jules would talk about him. And now that he's meeting him in real life, he's like, just pretending to be gay. It attracts women, that kind of shit, right? Okay, well, all that's fucking bullshit now. It didn't work. So he just tells her, hey, listen, he tells her, hey, listen, she's like, I don't know what to do, and he tells her, he's like, Mike, I don't want to tell him that I love him, and he tells her, he's like, listen, Jules, bite the bullet. Just tell him that you love him. All right. And then he starts walking away. And then she's just like having a second thought. She's like, George, What's he going to say? Because that's a very important thing, ladies. You need to know that. That's one of the rules, okay? If you want to know how a straight man is going to react or what he's thinking, don't watch my fucking videos, okay? I will not tell you, okay? What you need to do is find a fucking gay guy and ask him what a straight guy's going to fucking do. Because he has experience with that. He actually fucking knows how straight men react to that shit, okay? All right, so don't ask a straight guy. Ask a fucking gay guy what a straight guy would think and what he would do, all right? Rule of thumb, okay? The chick flicks got it right. Okay, like I said, this movie was written by a fucking, you know what? All right, it rhymes with bag. Okay, moving right along. All right? Okay, sorry, not sorry. Okay, so she says, "Well, you're George. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna do?" George is like, he like Cary Grant's the walk towards her. You know, he's about to go to the airport. He's just walking towards her. You know. Like in slow-mo almost, you know? The piano music goes up. And he's like, he'll choose Kim. You'll stand beside her at the wedding. You will kiss him goodbye and go home. That's what you came here to do. So do it. And then he fucking, you know, catwalks back towards the fucking elevator. Lessons learned. Hey, you know what? I actually like, I like this character. I like George Downs. He's the only fucking character in this movie that's not fucking evil and that's not a fucking dumbass. Okay, he's the only one. He's the only one. Okay? So yeah, I actually like his presence in there. He is the calm, collected one. He's the one that's got his shit together. I know, all right? He's the gay guy. The gay guy's the one that's got his shit together in this fucking movie, okay? So, and what the advice that he gives her is actually correct. He's kind of like her conscience. He's her Jiminy Cricket. Like, you know, he doesn't tell her, okay, don't go over there and sabotage this wedding, okay? He just goes up and tells her, okay, just tell me how you feel and let it play out that way, okay? Because ultimately, she's trying to control something that she can't control. Okay, she cannot control Michael. Nobody can control anybody else, okay? Okay, you can't make someone love you, okay? And she's trying to get Michael to realize that he loves her too, because she just now realized that she loves him. Of course, the only reason she realizes that she loves him is because he fucking called her and told her, hey, I'm marrying a fucking billionairess, okay, a pretty billionaires that worships the ground I walk on, unlike you. In other words, he traded up. He found a better girl for himself than Jules. And that hurts her ego. That hurts her pride. So it's all about winning. He even said, George even said it early in the movie, is it about winning or is it about you loving him? Okay? And the truth is it's about winning. Now she says, no, it was about winning first, but now I realize that when I'm with him, that it's the chemistry's there. Get the fuck out of here. The chemistry was there. Y'all will be living together. Okay? He wouldn't have fallen in love with another girl. That would not have fucking happened, okay? Let me tell you something, ladies, okay? For a guy to fall in love, if a guy is a high value man, this only applies to high value men, okay? In which case, Michael is a high value man. Obviously, girls are fighting for him, right? He's a supposedly good looking guy, okay? Fucking graduated from the Keanu Reeves School of Acting, okay? But, you know, girls are fighting for him, okay? What the fuck? He's a pretty boy, all right? Fucking, he's a pretty boy, all right? He's got a good job, not a great job. He's got a good job. You know, I'm sure he's got fucking benefits and insurance and all that kind of shit, just some sort of job security. Okay. So it's not like he's a freelancer or something. Okay. So he's going to be attractive to a lot of women. Okay. He's going to be attracted to a lot of women. Okay. Women are going to like him. All right. So a guy like that, okay, if women like him, he's part of the top 10% of the men that women want to be with, or they want to fuck. Okay. Now, an average looking woman wants the top 10% of the guys. Okay, they all do. All of them do. That's why there's so many men out there that are fucking lonely, is because they're average. And average women don't want to date an average guy. They want to date a guy who's above them socially, you know, financially, every which way. Okay, and so Mike falls into this category. Okay, so women are going to compete with each other to get this guy. Okay, the problem I have with these chick flicks is they assume that all men are like that, and they're not. They are not. So they judge all men based on what the top 10% of the men do. Okay, the top 10% of the men, because they have options, okay, they will fuck around. Okay, they will promise you fucking, yeah, I love you, and then just fuck another girl. Okay, they will fucking do all that shit. You know why? Because they can. You know why? Because you let them. Because no matter what you fucking say, okay, the average looking guys aren't doing that. They're not doing that. And most guys are average looking, just like you ladies. I know you don't want to hear it. All women are queens. Get the fuck. You know what happens when all women are queens? No one is. Okay? And most of you ladies are average looking. You're average looking. Okay? You need to be with an average guy. Okay? But you don't want the average guy. You want the above average guy. Okay? You want the fucking Daniel Craig. Okay? You want the fucking Hugh Grant from the 90s. Okay, you see what I mean? You want the fucking Brad Pitt from fucking Legends of the Goddamn Fall. Okay, that's what you want. Okay, well, all women want that guy. He's got a fucking, how is he gonna pick one out of all the women that are throwing their pussy at him? Okay, you ignore all the other guys and you go for that guy. That guy's got options, of course. Why would a guy fuck that off? Okay, he's gonna have fun. He's in fucking Disneyland and all the rides are free. So of course he's gonna go on all the rides. See what I mean? Now, a guy who had to save up his own fucking money for months or years to go to Disneyland, okay, and where all the rides are expensive, he's going to pick the best ride he can find, and that's the one he's going to go on. You see the difference? That's the difference, okay? And these chick flicks always make it look like the guy that can go on all the free rides, that's the way all men are, and it's not. It's not fucking true. Okay? For all this fucking toxic masculinity, the patriarchy, keeping women down, oh, men have it so easy. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know what the fuck it's like to be us, ladies. You have no fucking idea what it's like to be us. All right? The difference is we suck it up. We don't go to fucking Oprah and complain about our fucking lives. And so that everyone in the fucking audience are crying for us. Okay? We don't do that fucking shit. Okay, we don't go to the fucking doctor and fuck up our faces so that other guys will respect us more. Get the fuck out of here, okay? So don't fucking tell me about toxic masculinity, all right? There's a lot of you women are fucking toxic too, okay? Just because there's no TV shows and I got to do a fucking YouTube channel just so that you can hear the fucking truth, okay? Because you're not going to get this. You're not going to get this from a fucking movie or a TV show, okay? All that shit's geared for you, boss bitch. Men are down here, women are up here. Get the fuck out of here. No one's above anybody. No one's above anybody. Okay? You just got to get over yourselves. This entitlement thing is just, what the fuck? You know? Now, if you want a high value man, you can get a high value man. Get a high value man. Get what you're worth. Okay? But you're going to have to compete with a bunch of other women. And I know you don't want to hear that some of these women are going to be better choices for him than you. So you're going to have to be very comfortable with losing. It's either that or do what most women do. Once they're in their 30s and 40s, they just fucking find any guy who's got a steady job, he's got insurance, okay? He's willing to fucking help you raise your fucking kids, okay? Then yeah, I'll just settle with that guy. Okay, he's not a 10, but hey, I know he ain't gonna cheat on me, and I know he worships the ground I walk on. You know, and he's willing to support my fucking kids, and he's willing to fucking, pay all the bills in the house so that the money I make from my job I can just spend on fucking, Louis Vuitton fucking purses and shoes and shit, right? And some Manolo Blahniks. You see what I mean? That's pretty much how it's going to happen, okay? So if you're a young girl, okay, I just told you the fucking future, all right? I just predicted the future. Moving right along, we're back to the movie though, right? Okay. So that happens, all right? So that happens. That's her talk with George, all right? Now, apparently, it looks like Michael was in the car waiting for her, and she gets in there, she immediately tells Michael, hey, listen, George and I are not engaged, okay? The reason I said that was because, he wants to be engaged with us. She's still going to bullshit. She's still bullshit, okay? He's been in love with me for years, but it's been over, and I've tried to tell him that, but, I've always compared you, you were like the benchmark, okay, that I always compare all the men I date with to, and I had built you up so much that I just couldn't hurt his feelings in front of you. Yeah, that's what she tells him, okay? Now, if you're a straight guy, it's pretty fucking obvious George is gay. I know there's some actors that can pull that off. They can, but even I watched a Rock Hudson movie, okay, with Doris Day, okay, and even in that movie, he fucking looked like he was gay. And he was playing a straight guy, but he looked like he was gay. I'm sorry, he just does. He never fooled me. All right. So okay, so any straight guy, if he's getting gay vibes from a guy, it's usually it's pretty correct. Usually it's pretty correct, right? But so that's going on here, okay? She's really not engaged to George, blah, 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 more bullshit, okay? Now, this is Dermot Mulroney's face during the, not just this scene, but the whole movie is like this. So he's just like, Jules, why would you tell me that, Jules? Yeah, that's the love of Jules' life right there. That guy. I'm constipated. Just say it. Just say it. My job's not good enough for you. I'm not good enough for you. Yeah, that guy. All right. Yeah, that's him. Okay. Michael's like, No, this is what he says. He says, I don't know. What? This is like strange, bro. Yeah, just like that. So he tells her that he got jealous. Well, she tells him, he's like, when you brought George over and when you tell me you're engaged to him, she's like, jealous? Yeah, bro. I got real jealous. Isn't that right, Mr. Hand? If it's, if it's your pizza and it's my pizza, doesn't it make it our pizza? And is there anything wrong with eating pizza on our time? That's the acting school he went to, all right? The Jeff Spicoli, Keanu Reeves School of Acting, all right? Jules, maybe later on today, not here in the car where we got plenty of time, but later on today, we should have some private time together. Why, man, bro? Just like that. And she's like, yeah. So she's thinking she's going to be fucking, yeah, okay. Anyway, so the next scene is they go on a ferry, okay? They go on a ferry in the Chicago River. And if you look at the river, it's green, okay? It's green, okay? Is it green because they filmed this on St. Patrick's Day? When they dye the river green every year? Is that why? No, it's not. That's the way it always looks. You know why? Because it's fucking polluted as shit. That's why. It's fucking disgusting. It is. It still looks that way today, man. It's even worse today with all the fucking migrants that are shitting and pissing in there now. Yeah. Dude, that's no such a thing. Creatures crawling out of there now. Oh my God. To think that I actually asked a woman to marry me there. Not once, but twice. 2 different women I asked to marry me right there. Right there where this scene takes place. Right on that fucking bridge. The State Street Bridge. Wacker and State Street. Right there. I did. Twice. I asked a woman to marry me. Yeah. Anyway, but it wasn't this woman I'm talking about. Okay, so anyway, so they're on the ferry there. That's the boat ride. And you hear the fucking, the tourist guy announcing shit. There's also tourists on there and shit, okay? Obviously, it's the summer because it's colder than balls in the winter and in the fall. So they could never get away with this. This is the middle of the summer. All right. So they go on there in the Chicago River, okay, and they go under the bridges there, the Wabash Bridge, the State Street Bridge, the Wacker Bridge, all those bridges that are right there. Whenever they show Chicago in a movie, they all show this part right here, which is, I used to work right there. I worked right there next to the bridge, so I know. Okay, he acknowledges that this will be, sorry, I'm skipping a part. Okay, so they're going underneath the bridges on the ferry, all right? And Mike tells Jules that she's been the woman in her life. Okay, he didn't say woman. He says that Jules has been the woman in his life. Okay, I said that he was a woman because he's acting like a fucking woman, all right? He's a fucking lesbian. He's a lesbian trapped in a fucking man's body, okay? That's in denial. Anyway. Yeah, this guy, this guy Michael is a fucking pussy. I'm sorry, ladies. He's a fucking pussy. Okay, with that fucking dumbass look on his face. He's a fucking pussy. All right? He's all fucking emotional. He's got to talk about his feelings. He has no guy friends. No straight guy friends at all. Okay, he unloads all of his fucking shit to fucking Jules. What kind of fucking straight man does that, right? Dude, you're not going to get girls to like you if you just tell them about all your insecurities over and over again. Okay? That's not how you pick up girls, you dumbass. Like I said, this movie was written by a fucking, well, rhymes with bag. Okay, I will leave it at that. Okay, I'm sorry, it's fucking true. Why do you always get fucking gay people to write goddamn rom-coms for you? They don't know what the fuck they're doing. All right? Anyway, so, he tells her that she's always been the woman in his life. And then she, of course, says, you've always been the man in my life. Okay, and like I said, this is bullshit, okay? This is how women communicate with each other. This is not how men communicate with women. Okay, this is how women communicate with each other, okay? They talk about their feelings and shit, okay? I'm not going to come up to a woman and start telling her about how I felt about, that episode of fucking whatever the fuck last night, okay? Marvelous Mrs. Maisel last night, okay? And how I fucking fingered myself during it. No, okay? I'm not going to talk about that, okay? This is bullshit. All right, okay? He acknowledges that this will be the last time that they are alone together, okay? They're gonna spend any fucking private time together. Okay, so she points out that they will, Lisa, this is the last time we're gonna be alone together. And she's like, well, I mean, we will be having an affair. You know that, right? Okay? We're gonna, twice a year, we're gonna fuck. Just like we've been doing. That's not gonna stop. He's like, oh yeah, of course, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Absolutely, why man, bro? Yeah, that's pretty much what he fucking said with the look on his face. Okay, yeah, can you believe that? Like they're openly acknowledging that they're still gonna keep fucking each other after he gets married. Which reminds me of, I remember this one time I was on a train in Chicago. It was busy, like rush hour. The train is packed, I'm standing up, people are sitting down. And I saw a guy, it's like two people sitting next to each other down there. They both had magazines. One guy, I think he had like a Penthouse magazine, which is a porno magazine, basically naked women in there. He was looking at it. And there was a middle-aged woman sitting next to him. And she looked over at his magazine, and this look on her face was just like one of disgust. Like, oh my God, how fucking rolled her eyes and shit, looked at him like, oh. Because he was looking at a fucking naked girl. A pretty naked girl, better looking than her, that's for sure. Okay, younger too. Okay, he was doing that. He was objectifying a woman in a fucking magazine. That's what he was doing. Meanwhile, her magazine was a Cosmopolitan, because that's what women read, Cosmo, right? And I looked at the cover. I couldn't see the article she was reading, but I looked at the cover. And in the cover, it showed one of the titles, of the articles inside that magazine. I don't know if she was reading that article, but it said on the cover, how to get your man away from his wife. Or how to win your man away from his wife. Okay? She was reading that magazine. That had that on the cover. But yet, he was looking at a picture of naked girls, and she was just like, ugh, disgusted. You tell me which one of those magazines does more harm, okay? So don't give me that fucking feminist bullshit, all right? The shit y'all read is a lot worse than the shit we look at. We don't fucking read those magazines. Well, nobody does anymore, but you see the point I'm trying to make here, all right? Anyway, so he tells her that the wedding momentum, kind of happened real fast. Well, I asked you to marry me, and it's like the wedding machine just started, and it's been going so fast, it went so fast I forgot, Jules, that I chose to marry her. I forgot. Jules, I remember all the relationships that you and I have had. We never use the word love very often, do we? Or if ever at all. Do we, Jules? Do you? She's like, nope. Well, Kimmy says, Kimmy's Cameron Diaz, that's his fiance. Kimmy says that if you love someone, you got to say it. Now they're about to go underneath the bridge. You just got to say it, Jules. And he looks at her, and she looks at him like, you hear the piano music, like, or else, if you don't, she's like, then the time just passes by. Yeah, just like that, all right? You know, together they say, passes by. And they go underneath the bridge and moves past. And then they don't say shit. He's just like, doesn't say nothing. So you hear the fucking piano music, but nothing happens. They go under the bridge, and the look on Dermot Mulroney's face during the scene is like this. Yeah, like it is the whole fucking movie. They go under the bridge. They go out of the bridge. They don't say anything. The moment's gone. Michael tells Jules, you know, Jules, we don't even have a song. I mean, Kimmy and me. We don't even have a song. Is that a good sign, Jules? Oh my God. Oh my God. So what do you do when you're confused like that? You start singing fucking And the Way You Look Tonight. Okay, I don't know which version it is. My personal favorite is the fucking Tony Bennett version, you know? But I know like fucking everyone's fucking sang this song, from Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin to fucking Lady Gaga. All right, they've all sang this fucking song, all right? Okay, he's like, so he just starts singing, and the way you look tonight, Jules, you're so lovely when you're all alone, bro. And the world is cold. I'll get a glow just thinking of you, Jules. And the way you look tonight, dude. Pretty much, that's what we're subjected to. Oh my God. Tony Bennett would be spitting in his grave. Okay, he knows all the words. So, well, so do I. So what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, nobody else on the boat is dancing, but yeah, they're dancing together. Yeah, Jules and fucking Michael are dancing while he's fucking destroying this song. Okay, all right. Yeah, that actually happened. Okay, I'm gonna stop my review right here, but I will be back shortly to continue my review of my gay friend's best gay fucking gay wedding. All right, I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one.